shining vibe.
For advertising, please call 02-201-6515.
เพราะโลกยุคใหม่ข่าวสารมาไวไปไวแล้วใครจะไปตามทัน
Met Morning Live
รายการมีแคปข่าวที่จะเล่าข่าวแบบรวบตึงทุกประเด็น Hot Issue กับดีเจปูเป้ปิดท้ายด้วยสาระและความรู้ดีๆจากกูรูด้านต่างๆทุกวันจันทร์ถึงศุกร์ 7 โมงเช้าถึง 8 โมงที่ Met 107 for Life and Music
สนับสนุนโดยโอกาสที่มากกว่าเลือกได้และตามใจกับ IMF SSF และไทย ESG จาก BBLAM ธนาคารกรุงเทพ
ระฆังดังเพราะคนตีรายการดีต้องมีรีรัน Met Morning Breeze Rerun รายการดีรายการดังนำมารีรันให้ฟังทุกวันเสาร์ถึงวันอาทิตย์ 10 โมงถึง 11 โมงที่ Met 107 for Life and Music
สนับสนุนโดยโอกาสที่มากกว่าเลือกได้และตามใจกับ IMF SSF และไทย ESG จาก BBLAM ธนาคารกรุงเทพและประกันหมดโทร 1501 ประกันติดโล่โบรกเกอร์โดยเงินติดล้อบริการด้วยใจตั้งแต่ขายยันเคลม
ในโลกของสัจธรรมทุกสิ่งล้วนเกิดขึ้นตั้งอยู่และดับไปแต่ในโลกของเมสเตอร์ทุกสิ่งล้วนเกิดขึ้นโยกอยู่และเต้นไป
Midnight Vibe
จักรวาลความสนุกและสีสันยามค่ำคืนกับเพลงอิเล็กทรอนิกส์แดนซ์มิกซ์สุดมันดีเจโอโน่และดีเจบุด้าจาก Bangkok Invaders ฟังสดมันสุดทุกวันจันทร์ถึงศุกร์ 4 ทุ่มถึงเที่ยงคืนที่ Met 107 for Life and Music
Live from London, this is BBC News from the BBC World Service.
With the BBC News, a US-based charity says 7 of its aid workers, mostly foreign nationals, have been killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza. World Central Kitchen, which distributes food, called the deaths a tragedy. This report from Yolande now.
Video shot at Deir al-Balah Hospital in central Gaza shows the bodies of several aid workers and their foreign passports. They're wearing clothing, including bulletproof vests bearing the World Central Kitchen logo. The organisation says it served more than 40 million meals to people in Gaza since the start of the war. It's also been involved in sending the first aid to the war-torn territory by sea from Cyprus. A convoy of cars from the charity was attacked while driving along Gaza's coastal road. Israel's military said it was conducting a thorough review at the highest levels to understand the circumstances of what it called a tragic incident.
Meanwhile, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese confirmed the deaths of one of its citizens, Zomi Frankham, saying his government had contacted Israel to demand those responsible be held accountable.
Australia expects full accountability for the deaths of aid workers, which is completely unacceptable. Aid workers and those doing humanitarian work, and indeed all innocent civilians, need to be provided with protection.
Japan has become the latest country to resume funding to the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency UNRWA. The foreign minister told reporters in Tokyo that it was her country's responsibility to respond to the worsening humanitarian crisis as a member of the UN Security Council. Iran says it'll decide how to punish the aggressor after Monday's suspected Israeli airstrike on its consulate building in the Syrian capital Damascus. At least 7 Iranian military men, including 2 senior commanders of the Revolutionary Guards, were killed. Some reports put the number of dead higher. The former U.S. President Donald Trump has posted a $175 million bond in his New York civil fraud case. He was found liable in February for fraudulently inflating his net worth by billions of dollars to secure better loan terms. He's denied wrongdoing. This report from Peter Bowes.
Donald Trump was originally ordered to pay $454 million. Mr. Trump said he would appeal, but his lawyers insisted it was a practical impossibility to fund a bond of that size while the legal process moved forward. Last month, a panel of judges agreed to slash the amount, which has now been met by a bond company based in California. It means Mr. Trump avoids the threat of having some of his properties seized to meet the court's demand.
Peter Bowes, this is the world news from the BBC. 5 cabinet ministers in Peru have resigned within hours of the Interior Minister Victor Torres stepping down amid a corruption scandal surrounding the president. Mr. Torres' departure is being seen as punishment after he ordered a police raid on the home of President Dina Boluarte in connection with several expensive Rolex watches in her possession. The highest court in the U.S. state of Florida has upheld a Republican-backed law that bans abortion after just 6 weeks of pregnancy. The restriction will come into effect in May. Until now, Florida has allowed abortions up to 15 weeks from the start of a pregnancy. But in a separate ruling, the judges on the Florida Supreme Court said voters will be able to decide in November whether to expand abortion access. The United States, South Korea, and Japan have condemned North Korea for test firing another ballistic missile, the third this year. South Korea's military said the missile was launched from the Pyongyang region. It comes 2 weeks after the North Korean leader supervised firing drills involving super-large multiple rocket launchers. Lee Sung-jong is a spokesman for South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff.
북한의 미사일은 600여 킬로미터를 비행 후
North Korea's missile flew approximately 600 kilometers before landing in the East Sea. Our military immediately detected, tracked, and monitored the North Korean missile upon launch, closely sharing relevant information with the US and Japan.
The Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling has invited police to arrest her if they believe she's committed an offence under Scotland's new hate crime law by describing a number of transgender women as men. It's illegal to stir up hatred relating to transgender identity. That's the latest BBC World.
Live from London, this has been the BBC News from the BBC World Service.
This is Met 107 FM.
You're listening to Met 107. Met Shining Vibe.
Net 4 shots.
สนับสนุนโดยอาหารแมวคานิว่า
คานิวะคานิวะอาหารแมวโซเดียมต่ำและไม่เค็มถูกใจคนรู้ใจแมวคานิวะ Oh, it's like that. I'm your dream come true when it's on a platter for you. Then you pull back when I try to make plans more than 2 hours in advance. Slam the door, I ignore. I say no, 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 no. I got you blocked after this and afterthought. Finally cut you off. The sun is flying like a feather with you off my
ยานอนตัวห้องจำ
Met 107 FM.
นี้จบ 50% ชาร์จแบตได้เลยครับ